Have you ever wanted to learn music but felt it was too hard? It's a common sentiment, a shared dream that lingers in the hearts of countless individuals. The desire to create, to express, to fill the air with the melodies that echo in our souls. The language of music, so profound, so universal, often seems daunting to the uninitiated. The labyrinth of notes, rhythms, and harmonies can appear as an impenetrable fortress, a challenge too grand to conquer. But like every language, music is meant to be spoken, to be shared. It's not just for the prodigies or the virtuosos, it's for the dreamers, the seekers, the ones who find solace and joy in a simple melody. It's for those who wish to share their stories, their emotions, their very essence, through the timeless medium of sound. So, let's break down the walls of intimidation. What if I told you, learning music is not as hard as it seems? Every great musician started with a single note, a profound truth, isn't it? It's easy to become overwhelmed when you're starting your musical journey, faced with the vast expanse of melodies, harmonies, and rhythms. But remember, music in all its complexity and beauty begins with a single, simple note. A note is the DNA of music, the building block from which all else grows. It's like the first brick in a majestic castle or the first brushstroke on a blank canvas. That first note, though it may seem small and insignificant, holds within it the promise of a symphony, the whisper of a melody, the hint of a rhythm. You see, music is a language, and every language begins with a single sound, a single letter. That's what a note is in the world of music, the A of the musical alphabet. And just like learning to write begins with recognizing and forming that first letter, your musical journey begins with recognizing and playing that first note. Learning to play that first note can be a meaningful achievement, a milestone on your musical journey. It's the moment when the abstract concept of music begins to take tangible form. The moment when you first feel the vibration of the string under your fingers or the resonance of the drum skin under your palms. The moment when you first hear the sound that you created fill the room. And it's not just about playing that first note, it's about understanding it, recognizing it. It's about training your ears to pick out that note in the cacophony of sounds that make up our world. It's about learning to express yourself through that note, to tell your story, to share your emotions. Every note you play after that first one is a step forward on your musical journey. Each note is a new word, a new sentence in the language of music that you're learning to speak. And with every note, you're not just playing music, you're creating it. And that first note, it's the beginning of your music journey. After the first note comes the first chord and then the first scale. This progression from a single note to a chord and then to a scale is a journey that every musician embarks upon. It's like learning to build a house. You start with a single brick, then you lay a row of bricks, and eventually, you have a wall. The same principle applies to music. A note is the smallest unit in music, like the atom in physics. It's the first step in creating any piece of music. It's the individual sound that you hear, whether it's played on a guitar, a piano, or sung by a vocalist. Then comes the chord, a group of notes played together. If a note is a single brick, then a chord is a row of bricks. It's a harmonious set of 3 or more notes that are heard as if sounding simultaneously. They form the harmony of a piece of music and give it depth and texture. And then we have the scale. A scale is like the wall in our building analogy. It's a sequence of notes in an ascending or descending order. Scales form the basis of melody and harmony in most pieces of music. They can evoke different feelings and emotions depending on their arrangement. You see, these building blocks, notes, chords, and scales, they're the foundation of all songs and pieces of music. They're the tools that musicians use to express emotions, tell stories, and create art. As you learn and master these building blocks, you'll find that they open up a world of possibilities for you. You'll be able to play all sorts of songs and pieces of music. You'll be able to express yourself in ways you never thought possible. And the beauty of it is that there's always more to learn. There are countless chords and scales out there, each with its own unique sound and character. So the journey of learning and discovery never really ends. With each new chord and scale, you're getting closer to playing your first song. And that, my friends, is a magical moment worth striving for. Remember that first note you learned? Now it's part of your first song. It's an exhilarating feeling, isn't it? That sense of accomplishment that courses through your veins the moment you realize you've played a song from start to finish, all on your own. It's a milestone, a marker of progress that is uniquely yours. There's an undeniable magic in this moment. It's like watching a puzzle come together, piece by piece. Each note, each chord, each rhythm you've painstakingly practiced now finds its place in a beautiful, harmonious whole. It's not just a collection of random sounds anymore, it's a melody. It's music. It's your music. Think back to the journey it took to get here. Remember the first time you struggled with your first note, how foreign and complicated it seemed? But you persevered. You kept practicing, kept pushing, and soon enough that first note was no longer a stranger, but a friend. And then came the chords, the rhythm, the pace. They were challenging, yes, but they were also exciting. You were not just learning notes, you were learning to speak a new language, the language of music. And with every day, every practice session, you were becoming more fluent. And now, here you are playing your first song. It's a testament to your perseverance, your patience, your passion. It's proof of your growth, not just as a musician, but as a person. Because learning to play music is more than just learning to strike the right notes. It's about discipline, dedication, and resilience. It's about learning to embrace the process, to enjoy the journey as much as the destination. Your first song is more than just a melody. It's a story of your hard work, your determination, and your love for music. It's a story that is uniquely yours, one that you can proudly share with the world. And there it is, your first song, a testament to your perseverance and love for music. You've played your first song, but the journey doesn't stop here. In the vast universe of music, your first song is but a single star in an infinite galaxy. You've taken your initial steps, but there are still uncharted territories, countless constellations of melodies and harmonies waiting to be explored. The journey of learning music is an ongoing one, a path that stretches out infinitely before you, filled with opportunities to grow, to express, to connect, and to discover. Just as there are countless stars in the sky, there are also countless songs yet to be learned. Each one is a new challenge, a new chance to stretch your skills and broaden your musical horizons. From the thumping beats of rock and roll to the soulful strains of blues, from the intricate melodies of classical music to the pulsating rhythms of hip-hop, every genre has its unique charm, its own lessons to teach. And it's not just about the songs. There are always more skills to develop. Maybe you want to master the art of improvisation, to be able to create music on the fly, or perhaps you're drawn to the world of composition, yearning to write your own songs and express your innermost feelings through your music. The world of music is vast and varied, and there's always something new to learn, a new skill to hone, a new facet of music to delve into. But above all, remember that at its heart, music is about joy. It's about the thrill of hitting that high note just right, the satisfaction of nailing a difficult passage, the sheer delight of creating something beautiful with your own two hands. It's about connecting with others, sharing your music, and touching people's hearts. So keep going, keep playing, keep learning, keep growing, because every note you play, every song you learn is another step in your ongoing music journey. Every step you take brings you closer to the musician you aspire to be, and every note you play brings more beauty into the world. Every note you play, every song you learn is another step in your ongoing music journey. So, what are you waiting for? There's a world of music out there just waiting for you to explore. Each note, each melody, each rhythm is a new adventure. And the best part? You can start today. Yes, this very moment. You can unlock the joy of playing songs, of creating music that stirs the soul. But it's not just about the music, it's about the journey. It's about the growth. Each chord you master, each piece you play, is a testament to your dedication, your commitment, your passion. Music is not just an art, it's a language. It's a way to express yourself, to communicate, to connect. And who knows? Maybe one day you'll inspire someone else to start their own music journey. Remember, the first step is always the hardest, but once you take it, there's no turning back. So, fire up your music passion, grab your instrument, and start your music journey today.